If you've owned a rental for more than 5 minutes, you already know the trap. The spreadsheet says that you're cash flowing, but real life shows up with a vacancy, a water heater leak, an AC unit break, a roof leak, and suddenly your investment is basically a part-time job that occasionally sends you a bill and not a lot of cash flow. And that's why I'm making this video, because the new lease option structure that we've built nationwide is completely different, and it changes the traditional rental game. And especially if you're an investor or you want to become one, I'm going to show you on an entry-level single-family home how I clear over $1,000 every single month per property.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Let me start with a quick story so that you understand why I even care about this. My first deal was a wreck. It was a total fixer-upper. I lived in the upstairs, I rented out the basement, and basically the rent covered my entire mortgage. I got to live there for free. I then, a year later, used the equity in that house to buy another one. And instead of doing a normal rental, my mentor taught me lease option. So I marketed it to a family that wanted to own the property. They moved in, they gave me a non-refundable down payment, they gave me a premium on rent, and I gave them a path to ownership. What shocked me was how different it felt. You see, I didn't have the same vacancy stress. I didn't have the same repair stress. I didn't feel like I was babysitting the house every month. That's the first thing that I wanted you to hear, that this isn't a cute trick. This is a structural upgrade to the rental model because it changes the relationship between the person in the home and the home itself. And here's the big idea in plain English. A lease option is when someone rents your home, but they also have an option to buy it later. Now, they're not obligated to buy, they just have the option to buy. And that one detail changes everything because renters treat a home like a rental, but a rent-to-own buyer tends to treat it like it's already theirs. Now, I want to be clear, lease options can be done in a gross predatory way, and I'm not interested in that. In fact, the way we do this, we call it compassionate financing because we help good people that need time to either fix their credit, build savings, clean up the paperwork, or just have more certainty in their financial situation or family situation and get them into the home. And frankly, this is the reason why I wrote this book 20 years ago, because I wanted to teach brand new investors and existing investors a superior strategy that made more money while providing the greatest service to people. And the other reason why this matters is because you shouldn't be building wealth by setting up families to fail. The goal here is to create a win-win-win. A win for a family that gets a real bridge to ownership, a win for the investor that gets paid for providing that bridge, and a win to the community because they now have a more stable person living there. So why does this work better than traditional rentals then? Well, rentals usually have one profit center, monthly cash flow, and often that's it. Lease options have multiple profit centers that stack. For example, you can collect a premium on rent because you're selling a path to ownership. In many situations, if you were going to cash flow $300 a month, that premium adds another $400. So now you go from a $300 cash flow to a $700 cash flow. On top of that, you're going to collect an option deposit up front, which can be $10,000, $15,000, or $20,000. If you amortize that over a 2-year contract, that's several hundred extra dollars a month. Already on those two line items alone, you're now clearing $1,000 a month. And there's another part that gets overlooked. There is a hidden tax on rentals that nobody wants to talk about: repairs and vacancies. You see, when you own a rental, those are built-in fees that show up like surprise bills. And they're the reason that so many rental investors feel completely burned out. If it takes you a month or two to re-rent out your home, that often is going to amortize out to costing you a couple $100 a month. And then repairs can often turn into $100 or $200 or $300 a month, which is why with the rental, that small positive cash flow of a few $100s a month often gets totally wiped out by vacancies and repairs. But in a lease option structure that we use, it doesn't work that way. We walk away from the vast majority of any of those vacancies, those repairs, not because we're magical, but because the resident has skin in the game and is responsible with this different structure. That skin in the game part is huge because when someone puts real money down, sometimes $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, they don't act like a short-term renter. I've seen people put $20,000 down and then ask, hey, can I put a pool in? And I'm like, slow down, licensed contractors, approvals, do it right. But think about what that really tells you. They're planning to stay. Now compare that to a normal renter. Most renters are thinking, how do I get through the next year? A lease option buyer is thinking, how do I build a life here? Now, I want to dive into the money deeper because you need to understand this part of the business. When you combine the rent premium, the option deposit, and the reduced vacancy and repair exposure, the spread can get crazy compared to a normal rental. I've got a conservative example here where the effective spread lands around $950 difference a month. Whereas a rental might give me $300 a month of positive cash flow, this lease option now might be giving me $1,250, a net difference of $950. And that's no tiny improvement. That creates a different lifestyle. This is also why I have a lot of my partners that I buy real estate with that are taking what they thought would take 20 years to achieve financial freedom, and they're now cutting that in half because a lease option is powerful when it comes to creating monthly cash flow that you can depend on. And that difference is margin of safety. It's the difference between, I hope nothing breaks, and even if something breaks, I'm still good. Now here's where people misunderstand the model. They think, okay, this only works if the person actually buys the home. But that's not how we underwrite it. The market suggests that around 20% of residents will actually move forward and transact the lease option. The other 4 to 5 times, they leave in gratitude that they are not stuck with a house, that they weren't ready to buy yet. They wanted the option, but something shifted in their life. It could have been a rocky relationship, or maybe a job move, or maybe a child moving out. And for whatever reason, their situation has so much uncertainty that they want the flexibility to know that they can buy, but they also don't have to. So 4 to 5 times the resident doesn't buy, they move on. But then you do it again and you get another resident buyer and you collect another deposit and you get more premium rent, and ultimately this works out. This is why the model can stack. You see, you're not just collecting rent. You're creating a structured ownership pathway that can repeat and each cycle pay you again and again. Here's an example of a property that over 8 years leased out 4 different times. And in that example, if you stack up all the cash flow over 8 years, it's $112,000 more dollars than a traditional rental. Now, here's the next question. And this is the one everyone asks. If lease options are this powerful, why isn't everyone doing it at scale? Dude, and here's the honest answer. It is operationally hard. Because finding the right resident buyer, qualifying them, structuring the agreement correctly, staying consistent with management communication, making sure the whole machine doesn't fall apart, most people try to do it like a one-off hustle. And it does work until you try to do it across multiple homes and multiple markets. And that's where most investors faceplant. Because the strategy is good, but there's not a system there. And on top of that, in the lease option game, if you own a home, as the owner, you're expected to do the seller financing because you're the seller and you're providing the financing. You're doing the lease option. So you can't scale it out of state. You can't scale it nationwide. You don't have anyone to even do it for you. And that's the problem that we solved with Align. Align is built specifically to scale lease options nationally. And it's investor first by design because the investor is the one taking on the risk, creating home ownership for their tenants. Now, I tell you right now that Align is not a normal property management company. It is a lease option operating system, a pipeline that makes sure that this can be done consistently, cleanly, and repeatedly. That means application, processing systems, communication dashboards, all that boring stuff that actually matters. We don't place anyone without doing the screening you'd expect. Credit checks, background checks, verifying employment, real underwriting, looking at their debt to income ratio, not just, hey, do I got good vibes on this person? And this is where I want to slow down because you might be thinking, okay, Kris, you're saying systems, but what does that actually mean? It means that the resident buyer experience is guided and the investor experience is protected. It means that you're not guessing what to say on the phone. It means that you're not reinventing the wheel every time. And it means that you have a repeatable process that filters out the wrong people before they ever get the keys. Now, let's talk about the structure itself, because if you miss this, you'll mess the whole thing up. This model uses a standard lease agreement and then a separate option agreement for them to buy the home if they choose to execute it. The lease agreement is something you already understand. It's the term length, the monthly payment, it's rules of the home. The major difference is that in this structure, the resident is actually responsible for all of the repairs. And then you have the option agreement contract, which covers the option deposit, the purchase terms. It also covers any credit that they get from making on-time payments and paying down the mortgage for when they go to buy it. That credit structure is important because it keeps the model fair without making the investor vulnerable. You see, if the resident buys, great. They've earned something towards ownership. But if they don't buy, the investor doesn't have to refund years of credits like a weird rebate program. Now let's hit purchase price, because this is where people either get too greedy or they get too sloppy, and they do it wrong all the time. The purchase price is not set up front. It's actually going to be based on an appraisal at the time that they execute the option to buy the home. What we do, however, is we set a floor. And what that floor does is it makes sure that we never go below a certain price to protect the investor. So if I have a $300,000 home here and I'm into it $250,000, I might put a floor that says I can't sell it below $285,000. I'm basically protecting myself as the investor with the risk that I'm taking and some of that equity. But in 2 years, if the home is worth $350,000, that's going to be the purchase price. And at that point, we're then going to take off any credits and the down payment that they put towards the house. What this does is it creates a clear finish line that's fair to the resident buyer, and it's also fair to the investor who's taking on the risk. And yes, people do ask, what if they want to buy early? Well, you can structure that fairly, sometimes with prorating based on timing and appraisal realities, so that the resident doesn't feel punished for doing the right thing. Now, what we're putting into most deals is something that is a ridiculously good sales tool. It's an option for a 12-month extension if they do need more time. So if their credit isn't quite there or they haven't finished what they need to finish, then we can extend an option window. And to exercise that extension, we have to have them put in an additional option fee so that it does make sense. Now that extension does two things at once. It keeps the resident buyer motivated and hopeful, but it also keeps the investor protected and compensated for that extra time that they're giving them. Now let's address the fear behind all of this, because what if the market shifts? This is where I love the model, because it's built around cash flow and margin of safety, not praying for appreciation to save you. Because even if appreciation slows down, that monthly cash flow is still so strong compared to the rental version that you've reduced your repairs, your vacancies exposure. This kills renters when the market flips, but not people in lease options. Another fear that I commonly hear is, well, what if the resident stops paying? Well, the lease is still a lease. So if someone doesn't pay, it's treated like a normal lease default, and you handle it the way you would a tenant who's not making their payment. And this is ultimately why that down payment or that option deposit matters so much, because it creates real skin in the game and it discourages sloppy behavior because they have something to lose. Now, I'm not going to pretend that everything is perfect, because once in a while you do get a home back with some deferred maintenance that you wish they had done while they lived in the home. And this happens because humans are humans no matter how well you underwrite. But compared to the normal rental experience, where you've got a revolving door of short-term renters, the difference is night and day. Because of that money you collect up front, this model is designed to reduce those headaches, not increase them. So listen, over the last decade, I've brought on 2,000 partners and I'm building their portfolios. We're going into the best markets. We're buying these homes. And now I'm adding lease option to the game, where we are quadrupling the cash flow compared to a normal rental. Now, a lot of my partners, when they go to buy an investment property, they're using 401ks and IRAs because real estate will give them a significantly greater return. But I've also started doing something new and different, and it's my home equity line of credit backstop program, where I'm basically telling my partners, if you have equity in your home, I will pay your HELOC payment every month if we go and buy a property. Because a HELOC might cost me $400 for the money I borrow to get the down payment on the house, but the house is going to make me $1,000. I can pay the $400, have $600 left over, and it just makes sense. You know, so many people right now are actually house rich. They can go to the bank, get a free home equity line of credit, and often buy 1, 2, or 3 homes and add a couple $1,000s a month to their personal financial situation, which is really powerful. Ultimately, here's the takeaway that I want to leave you with. If you're still playing the traditional rental game with razor thin cash flow, you're living with constant risk that you just don't need to. Lease options, done ethically, done with structure, done with the right systems, can turn that same house into a higher cash flow asset with fewer headaches and more stability. And if you're sitting there and saying, yeah, Kris, but I don't really want to do the lease option. Like, I get that it's totally worthwhile, but there's a lot of work and effort and I don't want to do that. Well, you may not be aware that Align is a brand new nationwide lease option property management company that provides a full turnkey solution to basically take your rental and turn it into a lease option. Or, especially if you're trying to acquire more rentals, they'll take you into the top 5 out of 324 markets where you get the greatest cash flow, the greatest growth, and then they will stack lease option on top of that. And that's where the game is crazy, and that's where people are stacking up the bills fast. Listen, if you got value from this video, do the simple YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who owns rentals. And if you want to go deeper on the lease option structure and how Align makes it scalable, turnkey, keep watching this channel because I'm going to keep breaking it all down and playing English with real examples so that you can build wealth without building stress. The links are below. I can show you right now how to crush it.